is full of bullshit, and we're here to call it out. Real talk, raw truth, and plenty of spice. Welcome to She Who Thrives.
We're your hosts, Caitlin,
Mindy,
and Harrison.
And today's episode is all about Mother's Day, what it looks like, what people expect, and what we really want.
Because let's be honest, sometimes what we want and what we get are two very different things.
Yeah.
Is there a way you thought Mother's Day would be versus how it actually is?
I would say no. I feel like Chasen's really good about Mother's Day, especially. And I don't expect it to be like, wake up, make me breakfast, make me lunch, treat me like I'm a queen all day. I don't expect that at all. But just like simplicity and thoughtful things to make you feel like you're loved. I feel like he's really good at that. So I feel like Mother's Day is probably exactly what I would have expected it to be. But I think that depends on maybe how you are raised or how your partner is or, a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I think I always had the hope every Mother's Day. And I know when you guys were little, every year I would be like, all I want is for you guys not to fight all day long. And that never once happened. So
I say the same thing to my kids now. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not at the stage yet where they really fight. So I'm sure that's what I'll be for.
Yeah, that'll come.
I think all moms want is just a little thought, like just to tell that some thought went into it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I think it was last year when Chasen got me my espresso machine for Mother's Day. And I was shocked. I did not expect that. And I don't expect even a gift for Mother's Day. I'm very much so the type of person who I would love just a card written from even if it's a white piece of paper from the printer, just wrote on with him and Brixton. And it was so funny because it was a gift for himself in the sense of, well, now I'm not going to be buying coffee every day.
That's true. Smart.
And I can make him coffee now. Yeah.
I think as a mom on Mother's Day, a lot of times we're still doing the cooking, we're still doing the cleaning, we're still doing all of that. And I think a lot of times a mom just wants a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a good day to do it. Carson and Braxton, their birthday always falls on Mother's Day weekend. So plus I always have my mom for here, but, and I'm older now, so it doesn't, I can kind of do what I want, as far as, okay, if I'm tired, I don't have kids to worry about. I can go take a nap if I want. But we also have Jetty, speaking of Mother's Day, in the back.
It's very loud.
But I just think a lot of times that's what moms want. Just give them a little break that day, whether it's you let them sleep in and you take the kids, or, if you have a brand new baby as the partner, take that baby for a little while and give the mom a break. Let her go have a nap, make her dinner or do the dishes. Just something so small too, I don't.
Appreciation.
Exactly. I think everybody's different. And I'm sure there are people that expect some grand gesture, some grand gift on Mother's Day. But that was never something for me. It was more about, I just wanted peace on that day.
Yeah.
A little peace.
And some people I feel like don't get that. I think a lot of times men need that reminder because sometimes they're like, oh, what do I need to go buy for my wife? And I would say, honestly, 9 times out of 10, like Mindy said, there are probably more moms out there who would rather have a minute to breathe, a break, or help around with, certain things than even a gift at all.
I wanted a nap last year and it was awesome because I got it.
Well, I think that's also where communication comes into play. We can't just expect our partners to know what we want.
Right.
Right.
I think you have to be verbal about that and say, hey, babe, for Mother's Day this year, this is what I want. I just want a nap. I want you to make breakfast or you to make whatever it may be.
Yeah.
We can't expect them to read our minds.
Right.
What does a realistic Mother's Day look like in your guys' house?
I mean, I'm sure Adam will say, okay, let's just sleep till we wake up. And then we'll probably go to the gym. And then he'll be like, yeah, he has already said, what do you want to do that day? You know, but it is Carson and Braxton's birthday on Mother's Day this year. So, you know, I'll be doing dinner most likely for my mom and for them. And he's great about like doing dishes every Sunday. So I don't know.
Wow, Jenny.
I don't really expect anything anymore.
Yeah.
I think when you guys were younger, it was more so, you know, just like that. I just want a little break. Just a little break for the day.
Mm-hmm. I would say, I guess this isn't a typical Mother's Day because it's not like I've had a million Mother's Days to even look back on, but the last few, I feel like it's just been like a family day, something that we love to do together. Last Mother's Day, you know, it was a Can-Am ride with, you know, Jet wasn't born yet, so it was just Brixton, and we went, you know, with your mom and my mom, and we went and rode a Can-Am ride, and I loved that. Like, that was so fun. So that's like what I enjoy.
I think so too.
Yes, you know.
I think it's always like, okay, your favorite breakfast, or go get your favorite breakfast, or make it, or whatever. And yeah, like you said, just like something to do with the family all together.
Yeah.
You know, I think too, like Saturday is a great day before Mother's Day to send your partner to get a facial or get a massage, or, you know, take the time out to be like, here, relax. Yeah, it's before Mother's Day, but go relax, go pamper yourself. You know, you don't have to do it on Mother's Day.
Right.
Yeah.
What do we actually feel like moms really want? We've kind of talked about it.
Break and to feel appreciated, and yeah.
Quiet time, a break without the guilt of taking a break. Helping without asking. And I think that's a big one. You know, how many times do you want to be like, help me do this? But yet again, you know, something simple like the dishes, like that's just common sense. Like, get up and help, you know? I don't feel like you should have to ask for that. That's just kind of common sense, but.
And I feel like all of our husbands are pretty good about that.
And I know there's a lot that aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that is think, oh, well, she's the wife. That's the wife's job, you know?
Yeah.
Which I don't feel like we've ever had like necessarily designated jobs in our house specifically. Like, there's been times where I mow the lawn, which actually I love to mow the lawn. I would rather mow 20 acres of lawn before I did 20 loads of laundry. Like, not even a riding lawnmower. I would push that thing before I did
laundry.
I also think too, like, if there's something that your wife has really wanted that she normally wouldn't buy herself, I think that's also a sweet thing to do. Like, if there's, but know what a good example would be.
Well, I think all women are different.
Yeah. If there's a specific outfit that she's wanted but doesn't want to pull the trigger, or a necklace, or even something stupid like decorations, even like just something that you know that she would love and hasn't bought yet, but you know she wants, that could also be a good thing to get her.
What is something small that would mean a lot to you guys?
Probably like a handwritten letter, or, you know, handwritten notes from all the kids too. Something like that.
I guess this comes into where your partner comes into play. You know, I feel like it's so important as the partner of the mother to show your children how important it is to celebrate that day, you know, to show appreciation for your mom. Same thing for Father's Day, you know, the partner to do the same, but you're teaching your children at that moment, you know, either we appreciate mom or we don't appreciate mom. And it's it's so simple as, I've seen people take their cameras, their phones, and have each kid record a little message to mom, or they ask them questions about mom, and that is cost you nothing. And it's so cute and something that you have forever. It's just those little things of teaching your kids at a young age, because they'll remember that forever. And I think it teaches them to be a good human when they grow up too.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are all so good about holidays and showing appreciation for your partner, because that was something that we really did when you guys were growing up. Even when me and Dad were divorced, like, I made sure that I took you guys to buy gifts for him on Father's Day. And that was just always something really important to us, I think, and kind of rolls over into your children, when they become adults.
1,000%. I did last year, and it wasn't even for Father's Day, but just for Luis's birthday, I recorded videos of all the kids. I asked questions, and that was like his favorite thing. It really is just those, and we've talked about it, for other holidays and everything. It's just those memories, just the small thoughtful things that are remembered long after the materialistic stuff is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people on Mother's Day, specifically, I want to say husbands, but I mean, you could be married to a woman and it could be her as well. But them saying, well, you're not my mom. You're not my mom, so why do I need to celebrate Mother's Day for you? But I'm like, that's such a cop-out bullshit excuse. Like,
this is, I was just going to say, this is probably controversial, but I think you should get your mom something on Mother's Day or do something nice for your mom. But if you are married and your wife has kids, like, at that point, you should be prioritizing your wife, because she's the mother of your children. Like Adam, yes, all of your kids get you something, but Adam also goes out of his way to do something for you. And you're not even quote, the mother of his children, but you're still the mom of the house, and mother, you're still a mom, and he celebrates you. And same with Chasen or Flo. I mean, I guess not Flo, because
he's glad I'm not his mother.
But I think that yes, you should call your mom on Mother's Day and appreciate your mom. But as you get older, you should also, celebrate your wife, who's also your kid's mom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like I said, that teaches your kids, just what I said, to, hey, we do appreciate mom, and they grow up to do the same for their wife.
I just think it's almost weird toxic behavior if your mom's like, well, you guys should be celebrating me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we are celebrating you, but you're not the only mom on planet Earth.
He comes first at that point.
Yeah.
Here's a good one for the partner. You know how they're always like, yeah, man will give you a massage for 2 minutes and then you instantly know he wants sex. How about you give your partner a massage, maybe even a happy ending massage, with you getting nothing that day?
Right.
How about that?
Good luck with that one.
Let's all try that, man. Let's see if that can happen.
What do you want your kids to understand about motherhood? I think it's such a different question to answer at, I don't know, thinking about
different stages.
Yeah, and thinking about, okay, now that I'm one, looking back on things at you as my mom, and the way that your mindset shifts as you become one and you go through certain things that I know that you went through, it really is crazy how that changes.
I mean, I've talked a lot to Harrison, when we've talked about different things of how, I think we've even talked about it here, how it's always your first time being in that stage of life as a mother. So raising your first baby, it's your first time. You make a lot of mistakes and you learn as you go. But even, everything I do with you, it's my first time.
Yeah, but we don't realize that.
Because at the age where you are, that's always my first time, and I think it would be very helpful if children could understand that we're all so human.
Mm-hmm.
And even as a mother, adult, father, whatever, parent, you still screw up.
Yeah.
And I think that's so hard to see as a little child. I mean, I know now you both understand that. This is so funny, but I remember sitting next to my mom in church and thinking that she had the best voice on the planet.
Like singing voice?
Yes. I mean, yes, she just sang so angelic.
Still does.
And now I sit by her though, and I'm like, she just seems like a normal person. She's not Celine Dion.
Indeed.
But it's so funny because I think when you're little, you see your parents in such a different light.
Mhm.
They're almost like this superwoman, or Superman. And maybe that's not for all people. Maybe if you have shitty parents, you don't see them that way. I don't know. I know some people who have been molested from their father for years and years and years and years and years and suffered horrible sexual assault being grown up, but they still had that love for their father that, on my end, I was like, why?
Yeah.
But it was still their dad,
Mhm.
So I think it's different always, but when you get older, you realize my parent is just a human.
It's so funny. I saw this TikTok. It was on Instagram because you can repost reels now, I reposted it and my dad sent it to me. I'm actually going to find it. It was so funny. It said something like how I see my dad as a child. And it's like literally just pictures of their dad shrunk down into like tiny size. And it's so true because you think about your parents and you're like, looking back, I'm like, holy crap, my parents were only in their 20s.
They were
raising me. It's like, yeah. And I'm like, I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's how my parents felt too.
Karsten sent me something just yesterday, I think.
If you're sick.
It said something about always calling mom, I'm a iPhone 17, but mom is a Pro Max iPhone 17, something about just, the upgrade. Because they still call me for everything, and I'm like, I'm not only a doctor, but I'm a number one chef.
Will be forever.
The top housekeeper. I'm a mechanic. I'm a everything. I'm like, wow, I didn't know I had all those skills.
You do.
But
I know I still ask you things. You're like, ask Google. I'm like, no, I want to ask Google.
Hang on, I'm just going to start Chat GPT and then I'll be like, doodle.
Mom knows better than Google does.
Is there anything that you guys think a partner should do differently? Or any advice that you could give a partner for besides what we've already given?
I think what we've already hit on is to the T. It's just the thought. It doesn't have to be something huge, but also just listen, because as women, we tend to drop hints, like you said, even about your earrings, like, oh, I really want these, or oh, I could really use one of these. And we tend to drop them repeatedly. So just listen.
And not even in expectation to get it.
Yeah.
Just like I said, when I was looking at those Amazon earrings, like you just said, I was just like, oh yeah, I could use some new earrings. And, I wasn't expecting Chasen to go and buy them for me, but I was just making a statement.
Yeah. Can you think of the worst Mother's Day you ever had?
Yes.
Let's hear it. Do we want to?
I was dating someone
I don't think I've had Mother's Day.
who had 2 children as well.
What happened?
I won't get into detail, but it was bad Mother's Day.
Really?
Yep.
Well, mine was my very first one.
Imagine that.
I don't know if you were
What happened?
anymore, but you were very angry.
I've been very angry at that human multiple times for multiple reasons.
Well,
She forgot. She's lost
out of the state for summer sales, and I just got left in the apartment with the baby all day by myself. While that individual went play basketball all day by myself. I think I was on the phone with you quite a bit. First Mother's Day
Happy Mother's Day.
experience.
That was your 120th red flag.
420th.
I know that Mother's Day can be hard. Moms are so overwhelmed. There's moms who feel unappreciated, who have a piece of shit partner that refuses to show any type of gratitude for you making a human for them. Some humans may be adopted, but you're still taking care of them, you know, but there's mothers that have lost children, and that's got to be so hard on Mother's Day.
Or unable to have them in general.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who have struggled forever to try and have them. And, you know, then you have your single mothers who are trying to do it on their own, who you don't really want to say, hey, kids, it's Mother's Day today.
Mhm.
Like, you know, there's so much emotion behind Mother's Day as well
People who have lost their
that I think a lot of times everyone tends to forget.
Yeah.
A Mother's Day doesn't have to be a perfect day. It's just about the gratitude, because I don't expect all day to be some big celebration and to,
Just all day.
yes, you know, I'm not like that with my birthday. I'm not like that with anything, you know, but it's just the acknowledgement and the gratitude and appreciation at some point.
Yeah.
Does Mother's Day ever feel more stressful than relaxing?
I wouldn't say stressful, no.
I don't think so. Okay, let's do a quick rapid fire Mother's Day edition. Do you rather have breakfast in bed or sleep in?
Sleep in.
Sleep in. Take me to breakfast after.
Yeah, agreed.
Homemade gift or store-bought?
Either or is fine.
I like homemade.
Yeah, either or.
Alone time or family time?
I would say probably family.
Family time.
I mean,
for nap.
if we're, yeah.
How about you do Saturday alone and Sunday with your
It's a
family?
good compromise.
Even if you just go for a massage or something.
Flowers or a nap.
Yeah.
I
Totally
don't
here.
either. Casey like hates flowers on holidays. He thinks it's so cliche.
Me too.
I love flowers. I don't care how cliche it is. Get me some tulips.
Tulips.
I'll appreciate a tulip any day.
Yeah.
Spa day or stay home in peace?
Either.
I really think it depends on the year and how you're feeling. And
I mean, most of my days are stay home, pretty peaceful, besides
Spa
Maggie,
day.
my girl. Or him here.
would you rather plan it yourself
So-
or be surprised?
Be surprised.
I think on Mother's Day, like, a surprise is nice, you know?
I also have no plan. If they're like, hey, what do you want? And you tell them exactly, and that's what happens.
Yeah. Big celebration or low-key day?
It's just a low-key day.
Yeah. If we do a big thing,
Like with the whole
it's
family.
usually like a big family thing and it's on a
Yeah.
Saturday.
Mind like when Kate moved here, if we did like a big Mother's Day breakfast
Fun,
and
yeah.
fun.
Clean house or no responsibilities?
Clean house.
Clean it Saturday night. Then it's clean for the
Social
day.
media posts or keep it private? I do think social media posts are cute.
Either.
I do too. It's always nice to like be surprised and read
Yeah.
something on there.
Always.
You know? It was a good Mother's Day deal because you're actually hearing the realness of the Mother's Day. So,
Exactly.
Hopefully he's not too loud in his ears. Anywho's, motherhood is a lot. It's beautiful, it's exhausting, it's overwhelming and rewarding all at the same time. And sometimes what moms need most is not a big gesture. It's just to feel appreciated.
Mhm.
And we need a break.
yep. And this biggest tip is that if you're a mom, give yourself permission to ask for what you actually need. And if you love a mom, don't wait for her to tell you. Show up, help out, and make her feel seen.
Yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us on today's episode of She Who Thrives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. We will be back next Wednesday with a brand new episode. But until then, remember, no matter what you're doing, do it to the best of your abilities and always strive to thrive.
Bye.